We're going to meet a man who hopes to make history in Texas in November as the first Democrat elected statewide in Texas since 1994. There's been a graveyard of Democrats names. I was looking them up, who has run statewide. Congressman Beto O'Rourke of El Paso hopes not to be one of them as he challenges U.S. Senator Ted Cruz. You got to be encouraged by a new poll, and a lot of people are saying, well, this poll, come on, give me a break, shows it too close to call.
Right. Who knows, right? The poll, I think, at a minimum shows that this is possible. It has us within the margin of error against Ted Cruz, has us up many points over the last public poll that was released. You add to that we outraised Ted Cruz by $4 million in the last quarter, though I don't take PACs, no corporate help, no special interests. It shows you that the people of Texas are getting behind this and that we have a chance not just to make this possible, but to win on the 6th of November.
Ted Cruz, after a very rough primary in 2016, being all sorts of insults, is now wrapping himself in the Donald Trump flag. Are you running against Ted Cruz, Donald Trump, or both?
I'm running for Texas. I'm not running against anyone. I'm done with the trying to scare one another or use fear to divide us. We all have to come together, Republicans, Democrats, Independents, around the big issues for this country: jobs, education, moving forward on immigration. We are the defining immigrant state and story. We should rewrite those immigration laws in our own image.
On some issues like abortion and even gun control, you are what a guy like Ted Cruz would call a liberal, and he's going to say that has no place in Texas. It's a conservative state.
Yeah. You know, what I'm hearing from Texans, regardless of party, is they don't like that we lead the country now in the rate of maternal mortality, that we lead the country right now in the rate of repeat teen pregnancy, that as we've made it harder for women to get access to health care and make their own decisions about their own bodies, we've seen a spike in abortions performed in this state. No one wants to see those things come to pass. All of us need to get together and find the common ground that will allow them to address it. And then when it comes to guns, this state should be the one to lead the country, to defend the Second Amendment, to honor this great, proud heritage and tradition of gun ownership and responsible gun ownership in Texas, and move forward on universal background checks and stop selling weapons of war designed to kill people as effectively and efficiently and as great a number as possible to people here in our communities who will then use them in our schools, in our churches, in our concerts, in public life.
The Democrats in other races in this state are given little chance. You seem to be the only one people are talking. You're young, you're good looking, you're tall, you look athletic, you speak. I mean, you're a very attractive candidate. The question is, on the issues, are you in line with most Texans?
You're going to have to ask most Texans, and we'll find out on the 6th of November. But I have been to 240 of the 254 counties, listening to everyone, writing nobody off, taking no one for granted, going to the deepest blue places, the reddest, most Republican parts of the state. King County voted for Donald Trump 96.5%. I was in King County to listen to those that I want to fight for, to serve and represent. And everyone is talking about the same issues. They want to make sure we get behind our great public schools and public school teachers, that everyone can find a job that pays more than a living wage, so that they can live with function and purpose and dignity in their lives. And they want to see Texas lead the way in getting our democracy back, getting PACs, corporations, special interests out of our elections, getting people at the front. And that's why we're running this campaign only with people, no corporations, no PACs. So I don't know. I don't know how that stuff polls, because I don't have a pollster. We don't have consultants. We're just relying on the wisdom of our fellow Texans.
You've been in the minority in Congress, and haven't been there that long. What have you done that proves to voters that you can do something if you join the U.S. Senate, where you may be in the minority again?
We have a crisis in veteran suicide in this country. At a minimum, 20 a day, every single day, are taking their own lives, most of whom have not been able to get into a VA or chose not to go to a VA. For those who have an other than honorable discharge, the suicide rate is twice as high. I wrote a bill last year, filed it. It was going to go nowhere unless I could find a Republican with whom we could cross the line. Mike Kaufman of Colorado, Republican from that state, we worked together, got it passed out of the House in December, 435-0. And then March 22nd, just last month, got it passed out of the Senate, signed into law by Donald J. Trump. Those veterans previously denied the ability to see a psychiatrist or psychologist will be able to live fulfilling lives, will be able to contribute back again to this country. That is something we have done the Texas way, not allowing the small differences to get in the way of doing something great and important for this country.
A lesson that Texas had until recently a great tradition of working across the aisle, Republicans and Democrats.
That's right. I'm a son of a Republican mother. who we have convinced to vote for me in this election. So I'm using what we've learned from those family conversations across the state.
What kind of a mom would she be if she didn't? Thanks very much. We appreciate you coming
Thank
in.
you. Thanks for having me.
It was good meeting you, and we have more to come here on Good Day.